That's from the new update.
Weird.
Yeah.
And there is still a minimap, because I can click on the minimap and you'll still move.
Yeah, it's weird. And before I didn't see, the last game the picks didn't go through until they all picked. So that was also really bizarre. I think the new update broke a lot of stuff.
I can totally click up to all the way to the Dyer's base, and there's not even, the black stuff is not even there. This is pretty pro. Oh well. Why are they not picking?
I think it's another bug, because before when they didn't go through till they all picked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the new update literally just broke everything.
That's nice.
There we go. See, it's really bizarre. I don't understand what's going on.
I'll fix it. It's a shame. Okay.
Prepare
Cool.
for battle.
So, turn the music off. Cool. Hey guys, you're tuning in to the gosuleague qualification best of 3 between MTW and SGC, and this is going to be game number 2. MTW took game number 1, and for MTW, we have Funzy, Fucking Mad, K-Bop, Cinderin, and Socks. Socks going to be on the Tinker. Cinderin going to be on the Shadow Shaman once again. K-Bop going to be on the Shadow Demon again. Fucking Mad going to be on the Nature's Prophet, and Funzy on the Beastmaster. And sheever, why don't you tell us about SGC?
Well, SGC is having their sand lane played by Kranich on the top lane. In the mid lane, we'll see the Treant Protector from the looks of it, so that will be very interesting to see. Played by the stand-in Nebaz. On the bottom lane, we look to have a semi-trial lane with Invoker being played by stand-in Fata, Offak playing the Ogre Magi, and Tulix is going to probably go into the Radiance jungle with his Enchantress, and we're going to see some pretty aggressive lineup for the bottom lane if they at least stay there in the bottom lane.
Yeah,
That is.
for sure. I'm really looking forward to see how this lineup develops. The other day, Darer has been doing some really aggressive push lineups using Treant Protector. So I will be interested to see how those line up for SGC.
Yeah, I mean he is pretty good for ganking too, and yeah, I have to say I have not seen him in a professional game yet, for a competitive game. I didn't catch the matches of yesterday either. I knew he was played though, but yeah, being in that middle, making sure that he gets his levels up fast enough, because that is something that you need with a Treant Protector. And he can stay alive, of course, with his leech seed. He'll be able to leech health from the Shadow Shaman and be able to stay alive. He only has 3 tangos, doesn't need a salve or anything. That leech sheet will do enough for him.
Yep, and in the bottom lane here we saw K-Bop and Tulex throwing stuff at each other, but they both back up, and Tulex is going to continue on in that Radiant Jungle, something that he did last game as well. So we see a pretty similar lineup for MTW. Or not, yeah, for MTW. They had a pretty similar lineup to last game, in addition of the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, it looks so far that Shoxka is going to be able to farm a lot on his Tinker. Doesn't look like the tri lane or semi-tri lane is actually working out, as we now see Ogre Magi helping out Enchantress in the jungle. So Invoker can't really do all that much there, and we will see pretty early boots of travel up, I will believe, on the Shoxka on the Tinker.
Yep, absolutely.
Unless this is going to turn into a gank. Offak and Tulix are ready for it. There's a Nurse of Warrior for it too. Bottom lane. I'm expecting Shadow Demon to be the target, but there is, of course, the disruption to help out.
Yeah, K-Pop's going to have to be careful right now. They're moving around the front. And they're actually looking to go for the Tinker. The disruption does go off on the Ogre Magi, and Socks is going to go down. Invoker getting the right click on that.
Yeah, pretty good initiated gank, even though I have to say that if the Tinker was out of position, like majorly.
Yeah, he was extremely
He
far
knew
up.
that there was an Enchantress in his jungle, because I believe that he already spotted that one. He knew there was an Ogre Magi in his jungle, so he was just way out of position.
Yeah, that was rough for him. And we have Quas starting up on the Invoker. We'll have to see if he chooses to go Quas Extort or Quas Wex. Quas Extort really has been the style for the past month or so. But with a lineup like this, they might want to have some mana draining, but probably the Forged Spirits are going to be more effective, so I really expect him to go Quas Extort.
Yeah, especially with Sand King in the game. I mean, Sand King and Invoker, Sand King can land a Burrow Strike, guaranteed stun, and that will make the Sunstrike from Invoker so much easier to place.
Yep, it's going to be really important for him to have a global presence this game to help his team out. In that top lane, Sand King going to be soloing up against Funzy playing the Beastmaster, so it will be very nice if they can land that Burrow Strike and get the Sunstrike on top of it.
Yeah, in the meantime, Offak and Tulix are looking for another kill. This time I'm fucking mad. They will find him in the jungle, or they will see him in the jungle. If they're gonna go for it, there's a second question. They might actually go for Shadow Shaman, or just stay and take the farm of the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, Cinderin is looking to come over, and they do get the stun off here on fucking Madden. We'll see if the Ursa Warrior can come in for the clap, but he turns around. Looks like they're going to try to go after Cinderin. The Sunstrike coming in with the Shackle as well. Crowd control up on Tulex, and he is going to fall, but they're going to trade. Ogre Magi is going to be able to pick up Cinderin, the Shadow Shaman. So they trade 1 for 1 there.
Yeah, and I do think that, well, SCG got the better of that one, killing up the Shadow Shaman in the middle, making sure that Train Protector is going to be able to own this lane, and Enchantress not really, well, not really that big of an impact so far. I mean, with the gold that she loses now, or with the experience that she loses now, it will be a bigger impact on the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
And when you said a global presence for the Invoker, I was just thinking there is a Furion and a Tinker on the Radiant side. That's gonna be so hard to deal with.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They don't have that much anti-push.
Mm-hmm.
And that will really, really hurt them if it goes to late game. They have to try to get it as early as possible.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be pretty active in the first 15 or so minutes of the game, get a pretty solid gold advantage. Otherwise, that is going to be really, really unbelievably annoying. They can split push 2 lanes pretty much for free in the later parts of the game.
Yeah, and we'll be able, with their farm up, or if they get their farm up, we'll be able to escape incoming ganks too. If well, you know, TP. And for staff, we have a disruption going off on the Enchantress. Soul Catcher there too. Hits on the Ogre Maggie. March of the Machines going through, but it looks like Tinker's gonna get a Sunstrike. But oh, it's still Offek that's gonna probably take a fall. One more hit, but it doesn't happen anymore. Heals from Tilix won't help him because he moves away.
Yeah, Sox does get the cold snap on him, and he is about 2 hits away from going down, but he jukes into the jungle, and I think he's going to be safe in there. He's going to eat up all those tangos and be back at a reasonable amount of health. Not going to be in too much danger. And what?
What?
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I got my heroes confused. Like, what did Ogre Magi buy? But that was just thinking about Train Protector. And there goes the Burrow Strike off on Cinderin, and they get a Ward Trap in there, and Kranich is stuck in there, and he's going to do his best to get out, but the tower and the Ward Trap is going to be too much. And the boss now is going to have to back up. In the bottom lane, Shadow Demon got taken out by Enchantress and Ogre Magi.
Yeah, Ogre Maggie and Enchantress been on a heavy ganking path. I'm not sure if it's all that worth it. They're losing out on some experience and gold right now, but then again, they have to shut down the heroes of MTW. So far, they have not managed to get a kill on the Furion, I believe, though, and that's a very important one to have. At least they killed the Tinker once.
Yep.
Important.
Nature's Prophet's been pretty slippery running around with his treants. They were close that one time, but he did escape.
Yeah.
And Kranich actually opting for a bottle in the top lane with Sand King. Interesting choice. Treant Protector going with Ring of Health first, and in the middle, down here in the Radiant Jungle, or Dire Jungle, Radiant Jungle, yes. Invoker able to get the Sunstrike off on Tinker, and there goes the Shackle. They're going to be able to take out that creep after Shadow Shaman taking down the creep's owner, the Enchantress.
A trade Enchantress for Tinker, once again, a good trade for SGC.
Yeah, the more they can take down Tinker and Nature's Prophet and slow down the farm, the better off they're going to be for sure.
Yeah, just an harassment disruption on the boss on the middle lane.
Yeah, and I mean, if Sox can get up that bottle as well as the Boots of Travel, it's going to turn into a completely different game because Tinker is going to be all over the map. He's going to be stacking up March of the Machines, and it's going to be really difficult for them to push into that.
Yeah, you can delay the Boots of Travel, but they will come at some point, and regardless at how much you delay it, when it comes, it will still be just as annoying because it's the March of the Machines that will do that will be the most annoying.
Oh, and then in the top lane, SGC Kranich did get a Burrow Strike off on Funzy. Then he used his Epicenter. The Sunstrike came in as well, but it wasn't enough to take him down as he TPs back to base safely. And Yeah, I don't know. He's unbelievably annoying to deal with, and they also have the options of stacking the Ancients over here. They have a pretty easy job of it as the Radiant. Synderin is going to have to stay pretty active in the middle lane and isn't really going to be able to do that, but if they can get someone over there to do that every so often, once he starts taking those down, it's going to be a nice amount of XP and gold for him that he wouldn't get otherwise.
Yeah, I have to say, Beastmaster's last hits are pretty okay though. 33 for 3. And he was up versus the Sand King, who's 40 for 1. Even though Sand King left his lane one, so I guess didn't really get the best of his lane, but it's definitely not a bad farm to be in.
Yep. And now we have Krennic just wailing away on that tower a little bit. But MTW is looking like they might be thinking about being a little bit aggressive here in this bottom lane, going up against the Invoker. Smoke is up here on Funzy. And he's going to move in. Oh, and he tried to roar, but he stopped it. And he tries to roar again and stops it.
No roars.
No roars. Yeah.
Might be the end of the tower though.
And I expect we're probably going to get a pause here in a second for 2 licks. Maybe not. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 licks on the way back. I don't know. SGC doesn't mind fighting 4 versus 5, I guess.
And
Haste Sand King gonna go on.
there we go. Krennic. I think they just realized that he disconnected.
Yeah. In the meantime, though, Sand King is gonna come in with Burst Strike on someone, and I believe that target is probably gonna be the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, I would imagine that as well. It'd be nice if they could pick up someone like Sox, but they're not really in a position to grab him as he's probably just gonna start ambling away. What happened to his boots?
Whose boots?
Oh, they're in the courier still. Sox has had boots for a while, but they're still in the courier.
Yeah, it's been not that safe to send it over yet. It will cross over too much of the jungle while you don't know where Enchantress is. Well, they didn't know anyway.
Yep. And, oh wow, K-Bop is in a lot of trouble right now. The roar goes down on SGC Krennic as well, and now Offback has so low health. Shadow Demon able to get the kill there. And now Fada is on the run as well, and he's probably going to go down. I don't see him getting out of this. And there he goes. He's going to go down. Beastmaster Funzy picking up a double kill, really going to help him with that gold in the beginning of the game. 33 last hits for him as well as 2 kills. And now here comes the courier over with Sox boots.
Yeah, and that's just proving how important that disruption is. I mean, Kebab is still alive. Shadow Demon did not go down.
Yep. And it looks like MTW is going to be able to take down this top tower. 2lex is moving in up, but there is a TP. The wards are going to continue focusing down the tower, and Synderin's going to get... Oh, no, he does not get out. The Burrow Strike from Krennic does get him, and now he's going to have to fight, and I think he's probably going to go down. There are 2 more heroes converging on him, and now it's just a matter of time. There he is going to go down. Sand King getting the kill on that. 2lex got an Urn of Shadows there from the courier. But Offback in a bit of precarious position in the bottom. Invoker able to take down Sox. Oh no, solo health, and the Shadow Poison does kill him. Offback now on the run.
Yeah, and MTW not taking a tower was that they were really expecting to take at least 1 tower because they pressured both of the tier 1 towers on top and bottom lane. It looks like SGC is going to pressure the top tower, tier 1 tower from MTW, and they might actually get a kill from it as it's only Nature's Prophet defending right there. But it would be a trade because bottom tower is dropping. Yep,
and Treant Protector here has got some good farm. 50 last hits at the 10-minute mark, enough to get him the Vanguard, and he also has 1 kill. It's going to make him a little bit more tanky. And he does have 1 level in Nature's Goddess. He's going to use that right now. We'll see if they choose to initiate. His ultimate is up, as well as enough mana for Life Leech. So we'll have to see if they would choose to initiate this fight right now. 2lex is
I'm
around.
really curious to see how MTW is going to deal with it. There we have the ultimate probably, but he gets turned into a chicken.
Oh my god.
He's going to have a Burst Strike soon on fucking Met. There we go.
Invoker coming in.
Invoker taking the last hit.
And this is exactly the kind of play that Fada needed to make this Invoker Quas Extort worth, and he's putting all those levels into Extort. He is going to be super aggressive with those Sun Strikes, and so far it's been working out really well.
Yeah, you must not forget that even though he's on the other side of the map, he still gets the experience for the kill because he took the last hit.
And they're able to take down a tower in the meantime, trading 2 tier 1s here. And MTW is... Oh, those are illusions, not sandwich. But Navaz is moving around, looking for someone to Life Leech. And he actually puts down the ultimate, and there's going to be a ton of damage. Invoker, again, with a great Sunstrike. Sand King actually getting the kill with the Burrow Strike. Awesome play there by him, though.
Yeah, and definitely worth using the ultimate from Train Protector on. I mean, getting the Tinker kill is just so important, and he's still about 1k away, or a bit more than 1k away from his Boots of Travel, and they really have to keep killing him in order to keep him as far away from that as possible.
Yeah, I mean, the sooner he gets that really is when this game is going to become much more complicated for SGC.
Yeah, and it looks like they might be thinking about pushing that as middle lane. All 4 heroes of SGT gathering up in the middle lane.
Tulek still sitting around in the jungle, level 6 now. That means Impetus is going to be up. It's going to definitely help them out. Right-clicking down some heroes, and this tower is at 60 health. And Fada actually going to be able to get the deny on this tower. A little bit of a mistake there by Cinder in not getting that last hit.
Still some extra gold for the Tinker. That is always welcome, of course. I have to say that the gold graph still looks very, very even.
Yep.
I mean, kills are of course even. Oh, Sunstrike.
That actually missed due to the disruption, but fucking Matt is coming in. He does have a Sprout. He's probably going to try to get the kill here, and there's the Roar. Good Force Staff here by the Invoker, able to get him out of there, and he is solo Shadow Demon, Shadow Poison. That was actually Demonic Purge enough to get the kill. Funzy in pursuit here. The Boar is a high enough level in order to get that poison, so if he had gotten off an attack there, that could have been really annoying for Invoker or Ogre Magi.
Yeah, Invoker did get the kill, by the way, on the Shadow Shaman with Sunstrike. He but Shadow Shaman bought back instantly.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not sure if that was a worthy buyback, but might just been a rage buyback.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Not pleased about dying.
Nope. But then who is?
Yeah, no one's really ever happy with that. And almost 2k gold back up here on Nabaz, and I would expect him to probably go for Blink Dagger and let him get in the middle of those fights. Use the Leech Seed, which has super, super low range, as well as Overgrowth. That's going to be a really great initiation for them, and they can follow that up with some really nice stuns, Burrow Strike, even the slow from the Enchantress, and then Invoker should be able to rain down some Sunstrikes, with Ogre Magi also helping along with those stuns.
Yeah, he does have his multicast up, he is level 6. I don't think we have seen one yet, though.
Nope. Yeah, it makes like a cash register noise when he makes it. If you guys are unaware about Ogre Magi, multicast is an ability that's based on chance, and there's a chance that something that you cast will happen twice at level 1, and then you guys can read right there. Sometimes at level 3 it even can cast 4 times. So it's an ability based on chance, but if it does hit, it's extremely powerful. And in the mid lane here, we do have a bit of a fight going on. Fucking Mad does does get the Sprout off on Outback, but he makes his ways out of there. Nabaz actually clearing it with the Quelling Blade for him, but he might... Oh, he gets the Nature's Guise off. There is a bit of a fade time, and the Shadow Poison is... No, not there. Did not stack. Oh, no, that's sad.
Beastmaster's Axer still managed to finish off the Ogre Magi, though.
Sunstrike again, coming in on Cinder. But, like sheever says, they are going to take that tier 1 tower for sure. Sunstrike getting pretty powerful now.
Well, I have to say it's always powerful, but yeah, he's been letting those pretty solid so far.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
MTW forcing out some TPs from SGC, making sure that they're gonna defend this tower rather than giving it away for free. And we do have a Blink Dagger and a Force Staff up on the Invoker, so much mobility for him. We'll be able to have a great initiation with Ice Wall if he wants to. And that's combined with the Train Protector initiation. Team fight would definitely go in favor of SGC right now, but then again, I don't think MTW wants to get in those team fights because they are so strong with the split pushes that, yeah.
And meanwhile, Tinker did get his BOTs up, so we'll see if he also chooses to go for a bottle. Sometimes that happens, but I think at this point he's not going to be getting that. The soul rank's going to be enough for him.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a Force Staff. Just so. Oh, he did buy his bottle.
Oh, he
bottle
did buy a
is up. Expecting Force Staff then to be next.
And
able
yeah, perhaps Train Protector is not going to be going for a Blink Dagger because he is up to 2,700 gold. Maybe he's just going to be going for more survivability. It's definitely another option. Could be going in the direction of a heart. To be honest, I'm not too familiar with Treant Protector builds, so I'm not sure where he's going to be going.
People are experimenting with him a lot quite as well, so we're in for a surprise. I would like to see a heart in him. I mean, he is their tank, and he has been quite tanky already so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not sure if he would be able to. Well, okay, he will be staying alive then, and you know, doing stuff. But I don't think he would be doing that much useful stuff while staying alive. Like, I don't know. If MTW chooses not to focus him, it won't be that much of an issue.
Yeah, it's true. Smoke up here on Ogre Magi and Enchantress, and looks like they're trying to decide where they want to go. But in the meanwhile, Sox is being unbelievably obnoxious with this March of the Machines. We see him stacking it up and then stacking it twice and then just BOTing back. And now he's going to heal up, rearm again, and just head back into the fight.
Yeah, we did see Cranius buy up a Blink Dagger, by the way, so more initiates for SGC, really aiming for those team fights that they're hoping for. Actually going to go for it now. Blink Dagger, Sunstrike, First Strike on 2 people, and there we have 2 of MTW's heroes dropping so fast. Shadow Demon and Finrid going down. But they're not going to get a tower for this because Luxka is here. March to the Machines, making sure that there's not going to be a push in.
Yeah, and this is definitely a big problem. It's pretty hard to push into those March of the Machines, and if you can get kills but not towers, it's honestly not that big of an advantage. You really need the gold that the towers provide when you follow up. And Sock's actually going to be in a little bit of trouble right now. He's going to be able to run away, but the Cold Snap's coming in, and the Sunstrike is not even needed. The right click is enough from Invoker along with the Cold Snap. Kranic has super low health, but he should be able to Burrow Strike and blink his way out. Oh, but he runs into Funzy. A little unlucky there, and now not enough mana for the Blink Dagger, and I imagine he's going to go down now. And we do see a canceled TP from Nature's Prophet, not even necessary.
Kill was secured by Funzy, indeed. Using the shout for that, actually. But then again, he got the kill on Tinker. That's a really important thing to have. Even though it's a little bit too late, well, of course, SGC's tactic right now should be try to kill off the Tinker and then force a team fight so that they can take towers.
Yep. Absolutely. I think that's probably what their goal is going to end up being.
Yeah, it's just Tinker is already annoying to deal with, and then you also have a Furion, and Tinker can also TP to Furion's creep, so they can even be more effective then. Oh, invisibility rune on Beastmaster in the jungle. He's gonna try to get a kill on 2 legs, but he doesn't have a shout. Otherwise, he would be able to make it, but no shout for him.
Yep, and the pipe up on him, that's a very quick pipe, 19 minutes. And we actually see a Sacred Relic on Treant Protector. Looks like he's going to be heading in the direction of a Radiance.
Oh,
very interesting.
If you see him with the Nature's guys standing next to trees with the Radiance, he would just be able to kill off creep camps and nobody would see him doing that. It's a great way of pushing and being safe, and it forces MTW to use those consumables to buy up wards and stuff to be able to catch him out. And it's good tactic from the base here.
And what I'm really looking for right now out of SGC is, I mean, they've done an okay job against the Tinker, but the kills are even right now. When we go and we check out the gold graph, it's only at 1500 advantage here for the Radiant, so they've done an okay job at MTW really getting the upper hand, but I really would love to see at least 1 or 2 Necromonicons out of them. It's a really good way to deal with Tinker, because if you get a level 3 Necromonicon and just shove those straight into the March of the Machines, Tinker actually takes an unbelievable amount of damage when those die. It's a really good way to deal with him, and it's something that we've been seeing out of a lot of teams lately. I was casting a game with Purge the other day, and team got 5, all of them got 1. And it worked pretty well, and they ended up winning. Also, the pure push power is really nice as well.
Yeah, of course. And Tinker is just one of those squishy heroes. He'll attack from the sides and shoot his rockets and stuff, but he won't be able to survive that much. And indeed, Necronomicon would be a great addition there.
And Treant Protector being sneaky with that Nature's Guise. And we'll see if SGC can get another team fight out right now. Cooldowns are off for pretty much everything. So it looks like that's probably what they're going to try to be doing. Enchantress is here as well. They have all 5. I think they're going to try to force a team fight and then get into this tower and get some tower kills here.
Yeah, they actually forced a TP out from Shuxka, who's just gonna counter push. I mean, he's gonna pop the mark to the machine, and no pushing is gonna happen from SGC. They just can't.
Yeah, they really need to catch him out and then continue to push off that, but it's going to be hard if he plays pretty conservatively.
Yeah, so far he has been. Not overextending too much, just making sure the lanes are pushed out, and then backing off. Oh, pause.
I know that SGC, yeah, Tulix has bad internet.
No surprise there.
In the last game, quote unquote, Slovakia, old news, quote unquote, Slovakia internets.
Yep. It's notorious.
And Regen Rune actually bottled up here for the Beastmaster, and I'm happy to see that MTW did grab that fast pipe. It's going to help them a lot against a lot of the damage from SGC, Epicenter, some of the damage out of Ogre Magi, and Treant Protector, that's magical damage as well. Yep, Life Leech Seed, whatever it's called.
Just basically, if MTW now gets into a team fight, which they're probably gonna try to avoid, while just constantly pushing and getting the advantage on the gold by just taking the farm. But if they do get in a team fight, they will have and a mech on the Furion, and they will have a pipe on the Beastmaster, and they will be able to survive either long enough to take kills, if it's looking good for them, or long enough to back off and make sure that they don't take the team fight.
Yep, absolutely. And being flown out here to the Treant Protector is that Radiance recipe, so he's going to have that now and be able to be extremely obnoxious. He's also punching for a good amount of damage now, about 150.
Yeah, and he'll make sure that some of the farmers are gonna go into lanes of SGC again, because right now it's mostly MTW farming and SGC defending, and they're just not getting that many last hits if they're defending close to towers. Towers will take last hits, and that's just really annoying to deal with.
And look at the gold graph; it's still pretty even, around a 1,500 gold lead for MTW still.
Oh, I love Tinker for, well, Tinker in combination with two heroes, as in Beastmaster and the Nature Prophet, that can both have summoned heroes. Tinker can TP into the Hawk that's standing next to the tower, and then just pop his march of the machines all the time. And then TP back, and then TP back to the Hawk.
That's actually so frustrating. And now they're going to grab this tier 2 here. MTW picking up another tower at the hands of the March of the Machines. Really prevented them from defending it, and then Cinderin popped down those wards. Mask of Madness on Enchantress. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Going to help her put out a bunch of damage with Impetus, but definitely not conventional. But this has not been a conventional game for SGC, so...
Nope, and she'll have higher attack speed too, and just with the right click she'll still do a lot of damage.
Haste Rune bottled up here for the Sand King, and we have Sox again just TPing all over the map. He is actually impossible to keep track of.
And let's see, he's going back to the middle tower.
Yep.
That's pretty safe. I'm just curious where Beastmaster is gonna move his Hawk to next.
Oh,
that's where
K-Bop is actually in a lot of trouble here in the bottom. He is going to go down trying to TP out, but the Fire Blast is going to be enough here to stop him from moving. But the Overgrowth goes off Cinderin. Super low health, does get Force Staff out. Funzy throwing the axes. Offlack also very low. A lot of the SGC heroes are unbelievably low. Funzy does not have enough mana for axes. The pipe did go off during that fight, and I think Offlack's going to... I don't think him getting out of here at all. And he is going to go down. Nature's Prophet getting the right-click kill. Fada did throw a Deafening Blast in there to try to stop them, but it did not really help. And SGC actually looking like they want to follow this up with some counter push.
Yeah, and that's just a benefit of having a tier 1 tower still up there. I mean, MTW was able to TP in there so fast, it's just their teammates, and SGC has just took such a long time to get there too.
Yep, and Tulex is in a lot of trouble. I don't know if they have a stun to get him out, but they do not. He's going to get home safely. And we have Kranich over here.
See that it's, as the last one for Shoxka, or at least the next one for Shoxka.
Oh, and he stops the TP of Sox and then just blinks back.
It's just being annoying there,
Yeah.
because he can still put the travel out.
That was cute. That was really cute, Kranich. Like that. And K-Bop, not quite as effective as he was in the last game. Shadow Demon is so good at setting up those kills. He has had some very nice disruptions, but last game especially, he was doing almost perfect ones.
Well, so, he mostly has to play this game defensively because their tactic right now it's not so reliant on kills. It's mostly trying to avoid getting killed. Well, that's of course for every team, I guess.
Yeah.
But and just continuing to push to make a goal advantage with that, and they have been succeeding. I mean, the goal difference now is spiking up in favor of MTW.
And the roar does go off on Outback in the middle. Sox TP's in behind him. He does get the rockets as well as the blazer. And Shadow Demon gonna get the kill with the Shadow Poison. Nice job there by K-Bop. Able to reinforce his team. And now Cinderin looked like he wanted to continue charging. And there's fucking Mad. And this is gonna be the cue for them to push forward.
Dire's middle tower.
This tower is going to go down essentially uncontested. As in the bottom lane here, there's a big fight going on around the Tinker. Nabaz is able to assist in the kill, but Cinderin coming in. Oh my god, the double, both of them are stuck, but he does get out of there. Nabaz is going to fall though. There he goes down. Invoker was able to TP out of there. That was really weird. And Kranich TP's back, and he's got the epicenter up. Fucking Matt is going to try to TP out, and he is going to make it. A little bit of a wasted ult there by Kranich, and now Tulex is going to take down a tier 2 as well. And there's a Necromonicon on Nature's Prophet. Not who I had expected to get it, and he already, that's actually level 3. I must have missed him making that.
Well, will be really effective. I mean, they have been pushing, and Nature's Prophet, wow, you can just pounce on extra damage for his pushes. And of course, the aura from Beastmaster helps that too, I believe.
And let's see what we got brewing for these heroes. Kranich looks like he might be heading in the direction of an Aghanim Scepter. Gonna help him a lot in those team fights, put out some extra damage. And Enchantress possibly heading in that direction as well.
Yeah, so we have a smoke up for SGC on the mid lane, and they're probably gonna look to try. They're too late to try to catch out the Tinker. Let's see if they're gonna find something though.
Yeah, they are in the area of fucking Mad. They do have a ward here which sees him, and let's see if they try to initiate. A little bit difficult right now for Offback to get in there with the stun, but if they can chain this correctly with a blink in from Kranich, this might work out pretty well for them. It looks like they're waiting for Nabaz to come over. And he's going to TP out, and they're going to miss him. Oh, they got him! Nice job there, stopping the TP, and now he's going to run straight into the Ogre Magi. Very nice engagement there. Sox throwing in the arrows. Necromonicon is going to come up and fucking Mad, and they're actually going to have to back up now as Sox is coming in and putting on immense pressure. What's the health look like on Kranich? It's pretty good. Ogre Magi is going to try to get out of there, and there is no stun to stop him, and he is home safely. Nabaz, in the meanwhile, is pushing in the center, but Cinderin blinks in, does get off the sheep. And the Nature's guy is there, but he is going to be shackled. And the ward goes off as well. The Sentry ward is down. I think they might be able to... Oh, the good Overgrown is going to stop MTW. Good disruption there from K-Bob. Is going to save Cinderin's life for at least the time being. And he blinks straight out. Is going to live. Kranich in the back is getting the epicenter up. But he does not have the Blink Dagger off cooldown. So he wasted a lot of that ult. Invoker picked up the Shadow Shaman somewhere on the side there. And I think Nabaz is going to not make it out. And he does make it out.
And they might still try to go for the Tinker. There's a Blink Dagger, there's a Burrow Strike. Vikings are there, there's not enough mana to do anything anymore for Shoxgun. He's just going to have to try to run Pops' bottle. Maybe going to do some more damage with it. But there will be a Burrow Strike up again. 1 second to go for that one. And there's the Burrow Strike. There should be the Flame Blast too. And that's the last hit for Offback.
And Tinker immediately buys back into the game. As he can farm up that gold again pretty quick.
Yeah, and of course he can stop the pushing from happening that's happening right now from SGC, who just won a team fight with, I believe in total 2 to 4?
4 kills, yeah.
Fury not dying.
Yep.
A Fury only not dying because he had that mech up twice. Tinker dying again after a buyback. What a great kill,
no.
Chris. Multicast times 3 on Tulex.
Oh, Tulex is down. Offback got the multicast kill off. On the Tinker after him buying back. A really nice bonus for them. Fucking Mad now looking to push back in the middle, and both teams showing some extremely high aggression right now in the mid game.
Yeah, killing the Tinker after the buyback was a great kill for them, but well, they couldn't really push in afterwards anymore because they lost too much. The triple kill that I actually saw was Bloodlust triple kill, so I really thought it was Flame Blast. I think, oh, triple kill, I mean triple hit.
cast.
Triple
Multicast.
cast. Multicast.
And K-Bop is running back here. They've got fucking mad behind him. And now, finally, SGC wants to take this tier 1. And they do get it. And the TP canceled. Fucking mad is back here, and we'll see where he decides to go with items next. It looks like he might be going for a sheep stick, as he did just get 2,700 gold. Would be a good decision, I think.
Definitely.
They're able to sheep off almost anyone, depending on what's going on in the fight, but Invoker will keep him from casting spells, and Enchantress will stop a lot of the right-click damage of SGC. And they got a 3x multitask on Tulex. And Nature's God's
Once
going up.
again on the Bloodlust. That must be very frustrating, by the way. Of course, Bloodlust is a good spell, but if you're only getting off multicast on the Bloodlust and not on the Fire Blast, yeah, I don't know. It must be really frustrating.
And the gold graph is around 2,500 gold. SGC is starting to take a bit of a step back into the gold, I guess, step back into the game. And they're going to be doing their best to keep having these team fights after they were so successful in the last one.
Multicast once again on Bloodlust. What the hell?
Uh-oh, but Funzy, oh, they missed the Burrow Strike, but the Fire Blast is going to get him. The Invoker does miss. If he had hit that, this probably would have been a kill, but the Overgrowth, they are going to commit to this and get the kill on Funzy. If that Sunstrike had hit, they probably would not have even needed that.
Well, if the Burrow Strike had hit,
yeah, and that also.
It's a lot of resources for one Beastmaster. Especially if you have a Tinker who's pushing down or is trying to push down your tier 3 tower on the bottom lane.
And fucking Mad does sprout himself, and he's going to be able to get out of there. Necromonicons are running around. And if we look at the state of the towers right now, we're pretty even. SGC at a little bit of a disadvantage. 2 towers in this bottom lane still standing that they are going to want to take down. And Kranich actually is splitting the lane as hard as he can. He's trying to make this way for the creeps. He's just going up, and with that Caustic Finale and Burrow Strike, he's able to clear those creep waves extremely fast. And Sock sees that this is going on, and he is not going to let that continue.
I have to say though, with the gold difference being close to 0, or at least 1.5k right now, and 2 tower difference in favor of MTW, I have to say a really good job from SGC keeping up with that farm of that Tinker and that Furion, because they are both 2 of those zeros that can farm so fast as they're constantly pushing down lanes.
Yep.
And so far been doing such a great job, mostly on the Invoker, though 400 gold per minute for him.
Yeah, and we do have the Ultimate Orb up on the Nature's Prophet, so it looks like he probably is going to head in the direction of a Sheepstick.
Yeah, we might actually see the same thing on the Tinker. It's just so that they are able to get away if they get harassed when they're pushing by themselves.
And here we go, MTW pushing in here on the top lane. Sock's coming in as well. It's going to be a 5-man push here for MTW, but we do see a movement in here by SGC. They're smoked up, and he's actually ghost. Nope, he's smoked up as well. I thought he was ghost walked. And Kranich is able to get out of there before he gets picked off. There's only 3 on 5, never the fight you want to get. They're really just trying to make this tower survive for any period of time, because at the same time, Nabaz here is attacking the bottom tower with Offhack. Sock's using all of his mana and then moving. And now,
what's Tulux doing? They want to go in, TPs are there.
Yep, and Nabaz is coming in, Overgrowth. Just a second, good roar there, as well as the Sheep follow-up. But as soon as Nabaz comes up, he's going to want to do it, and there it is. There's the Overgrowth, and the Impetus doing so much damage right now to Funzy. Nabaz going to go down, Enchantress picking up the kill on the Beastmaster. The Epicenter doing a pretty good amount of damage now to Cinder, and Enchantress getting so many kills. Triple kill there for Enchantress. Going to be a, oh no, goes down. Enchantress, or Tinker also picking up the triple kill. Fucking Mad coming back, grabbing the kill on Offback, and that is a 5-man wipe for 3. There was a buyback somewhere in there, and there's another one. Nature's Prophet fought back.
MTW already, and indeed Tinker being 1 hit away there from dying is so close. It's just
very frustrating.
Yeah, and SGC would have had that if the Tinker was picked up earlier, because those Martians and machines were constantly there, and that just killed them off so fast.
Yep, and now MTW is pretty free to push in on this tower. They did just use a mechanism to revitalize everyone in the area. The Invoker really the only one left, but Wex being so weak, he doesn't have too many great disables. He could use an Ice Wall. I would love to see an Ice Wall right now. I'm not sure it's going to matter, though. Meteor coming in, doing a pretty good amount of damage due to that extort being so high, but there's a whole army of creeps coming in. And really, MTW is trying to get this Rax right now, and I think they're going to be able to do it. Train Protector coming back in 2 seconds, and Trenches in 2 seconds. Maybe they won't get it, actually. Nope, they're just going to grab the tower and then leave. Leaving
Yeah,
it.
there were just 2 of them left too, and the heroes of SGC were almost back up again. So a clever decision there, not overextending, even though they might have gone for it and get it, but it's just too big of a risk to try that. Gonna play it safe and gonna go for, well, try to do the exact same thing again.
Yeah.
Even though maybe they want to attempt dying less this time.
Aghanim Scepter up on the Sand King, as well as the Enchantress, as well as the Invoker. We have a Hyperstone up on the Tree Protector. Looks like he's probably going to be going for an Assault Cuirass, and looks like Ogre Magi also going for an Aghanim Scepter. Gives him that extra spell. I'm pretty sure it's another stun.
It's actually a chance to have a +4, another chance to have an extra multicast, I believe.
It also adds a 5th spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
Is that what it
extra
is?
Multicast. Yeah. I believe it is.
Well, he gets Unrefined Fire Blast, which is like an additional. We'll have to see if he finishes it. We'll know.
An additional
It's not
Fire Blast. So
Yeah, it's
also
like another Fire Blast.
Yeah, so you can have a ×8 if you're very lucky. And it looks like we might see SGC. Well, they know Roshan's there. They want to go for it, or at least they want to not have MTW have it. It doesn't look like MTW wants to go for it though. And Nature's Prophet indeed finished off his Scythe of Ice just now.
And as well, we have a BKB up here on Cinder and has not used it yet, full duration. And Beastmaster also heading in the direction of an Aghanim Scepter. That's going to increase the cast range of that, and more importantly, it's going to bring the cooldown down a lot. And Beastmaster Boar is going to see what's going on over here, and I'm sure MTW knows what's up. And it looks like they're thinking about initiating a teamfight right now. There's a huge army of Train Protectors coming in. Cinderin pops the BKB, and Nabaz is really stuck in the back. He's pretty screwed. I'm not sure he's going to be able to make it. Nope, and there he is going to go down. And a 4-man retreat here by SGC is going to give MTW the Roshan. They do have a lot of blinks, though. They could probably initiate on this if they wanted.
Yeah, and then Tree Protector is on his way back, bot back. Even though Roshan is going down so fast, and we will probably get the last hit of that. As Crazy got stuck in a drought. Active going through.
And someone needs to pick up the Aegis. There it is. Tinker picks it up. And there now it looks like MTW should be in the mood at least to put on some hard pushes with that Aegis. They're going to have a pretty nice ability to push into the tier 3. But Epicenter does come off here by Kranich. At the same time, Shackles on Tulex. If Tulex goes down, this is a lot of the right click of SGC, and he is going to go down. That's a ton of their right click. And there's a Sprout here on Nabaz. The Aegis is already being used. Cinderin falls as well. And now it looks like Sox is going to die again. Great fight for SGC, getting 4 or 5 kills during that fight. Tornado comes in, but it does not really do anything. And here's going to be the last kill. Multitask is going to help secure it. Nature's Prophet still alive here, but I'm pretty sure he died at some point. Or bought back, or TP'd. He was not in that fight.
I believe he was able to TP out.
Yeah.
That's Sprout,
and
right when Shadow Demon died.
Oh, this range barracks. Oh no, the catapult kills it before it can regen. So they're gonna.
Most important barracks still stands.
Yep.
So that's a small comfort, but with a Tinker and a Furion, this is not a safe barracks. They can backdoor this and still do the damage. If you can still do the damage, it's not called backdooring actually anyway. Or I guess it is, but if you can hit through the backdoor protection, then you're you're okay to have it.
Yep, and that melee barracks is going to slowly regen, but if they can get in there and grab that, it's going to help them a lot. And Beastmaster now picks up that Aghanim Scepter. There it is on him.
Yeah, I'm actually, I would actually like to see Nabaz moving towards the barracks that are still standing, and get that extra regen up on the building.
Yep, and now there is a 5,000 gold advantage here for the Radiant side, MTW. But Dire actually with the XP advantage.
Yeah, that's not surprising. They have been taking all those team fights, and that just gives you so much experience. But the pushing lineup that they're facing is, it's not gonna be a gold thing or an experience thing. It's
Yep.
really setting up for those team fights and making sure that at least Nature's Prophet and Tinker are not able to push in.
Yep, absolutely. If MTW can really get a good split push going, this game's going to become a lot more difficult for SGC, as really they're excelling in the team fights right now. But
yeah,
hopefully,
but they're not taking down towers.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to convert those team fights into towers soon.
Exactly.
Smoke up here for MTW, K-Bob, Funzy, and Cinderin. We're all here. Fada is straying a little bit towards the middle, as well as the rest of the SGC team following behind. And they're looking pretty aggressive right now.
And they have the Hawks scouting them out, so MTW knows where they are.
Yep.
If the Hawk gets too close, though, the Radiance of Nabaz will totally kill him.
And at the same time, Sox just continuing. He does have that sheep stick. I think that's been up there for a while. I'm pretty sure you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm. Or I mentioned that he should go for it.
Yeah.
Didn't actually see him build
He
it
has
yet.
finished up with that now. And Aghanim Scepter, about 700 gold away there for Offak. And we're actually almost done with the Assault Cuirass here. What is left? The recipe. So he's almost done with that.
I just noticed that if once Ogre Magi has the Aghanim Scepter, there will be 4 Aghanim Scepters up on SGC.
Yeah, they're going to have all the Aghanim Scepters.
Yeah, Gradius is going to take a dive here though. Tinker taking the last hit. But a pretty safe kill with the shout there and the rockets.
BKB up on fucking Mad. I think that's a great decision. Cinderin only used that BKB once, so that's still at a 9-second duration.
Tinker gonna TP to some creeps. Maybe try to get a kill on the Invoker. Or just stopping the pushing from happening with this Martyrdom machine. 2 Martyrdom machines.
Oh, he's getting. What's his GPM look like? It's got to be pretty good.
Actually, it's not that good because he has been dying quite a lot.
Yeah,
It's 380 gold.
520 on fucking Mad.
Yeah, Nature Prophet being the master gold per minute right now, as there is another pushing on top lane.
BKB up for Cinderin. Tried to get the War Trap off on Fada. Did not work, but those are still going to do a lot of damage in this fight. Nabaz coming in here. Does get off the Overgrowth, but there really isn't any follow-up here for anyone else. Multicast does go off on Cinderin, and that's going to be the end of him. Enchantress getting the last hit with the right click. And now SGC is trying to fend this off, but the barracks is down. And I expect MTW going to back up now, as they did accomplish their goal, taking down that barracks. Now, I think they're going to think about rotating toward that mid lane, as there are 2 heroes down here for SGC. I think they should start moving up in this direction.
Is that a police car?
Yes, that is a police car.
Sorry. And MTW is not done yet. Looks like they might try to put some pressure on the tier 2 tower in the mid. That tower is actually almost down already.
Yeah,
Only
it's pretty low.
340 HP left. Gonna wait until SGC moves out of their base once again. And probably push in again then. So far they have the advantage and they know that. They know that they can continue pushing this regardless of how many heroes they have. I mean, Tinker will have enough gold every time to buy back. He'll make sure of that. And he will just make sure that SGC is not gonna be able to push in anything.
Yeah. So MTW looking pretty good right now in this game. Were able to take down that one Rax. It's going to give them some room in that top lane. And we'll see if they can convert another sort of a missed engagement there by SGC and let them grab another barracks.
Yeah, and let's see if SGC. I mean, they still have to team fight.
Oh yeah,
No doubt
absolutely.
about that. If they can catch out the Tinker maybe in advance and then do the team fight, would be even better. And they have been able to take team fights. I mean, we've seen that. Oh, shout going off on the back,
Sox
gonna take a lot of damage.
was thinking about coming in, but Funzy with a little bit of a suicidal move there. It's going to be really hard for him to get out. Fucking Matt did come in to reinforce, but in choosing to turn around instead. Looks like they had a little bit of a miscommunication there with some disagreement because we did see the starts of Sox TPing in on the board, but he did not come in. And Tulix in the top here is going to probably go down as Cinderin and Sox are beating on him. The shackle is now there. The right click from Shadow Demon as well going to be enough to take him down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Fonzie seemed kind of suicidal on that bottom lane. I mean, he really knew he was running into 3 versus 1, which turned out into 4 versus 1.
Yeah.
Nature's Prophet didn't want to be there anymore. Saw the disadvantages. But then again, Tulix also getting caught out, so it's a nice trade for both, I guess. Yeah, and Tree and Protector now having a Salt Grass ready will be even more tanky than he already was. Able to stay alive longer because he has been picked off quite a lot, but still being able to do its overgrowth every time.
Yep, he has been getting that. Yeah, he has been getting that off. And Enchantress also going to be have a large benefit from that Assault Cuirass, going to increase her attack speed even more, let her put out even more damage with that impetus. We do see Roshan will be up in about 3 minutes, a little less than 3 minutes actually, 2 minutes or so.
Your sound quality is messing up for me a bit. I think that's just me. That's probably just Skype. Just saying.
Okay. If I'm sure chat will make us aware if that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And Krennic burrow striking in right now, and just continuing on the farm. Nabaz looking like he's trying to find someone who's out of position, but there is no one even over there. So that's going to be a fruitless quest for him. And MTW again going to smoke up.
And SGC is not really able to go out of their lanes too much. They're so afraid of getting picked up. I mean, Shoxman might be able to trouble, but Burst Strike actually misses. He will be able to TP away. But if they're gonna catch one hero out, and it's not Shoxka and it's not Nature's Prophet, then they will be able to be 3 heroes pretty soon after that. Tulix gets a sheever, Night Ward trapped on Cinderin. Tulix is gonna go drop here so fast, even though the Burst Strike was still there to get a stun up on Cinderin. But Crane is actually in a lot of trouble. Shout going out, Force Step is there to help out though. BKB popped on Cinderin.
Yeah.
Demonic Purge on him too. Will Burst Strike into the base. We'll be fine. Pipe up on MTW. Thinking about going in for this, but they force SGC just back into their betas. They kill off the middle barracks.
Yep, they're gonna cycle around, grab that barracks without any sort of help from the creeps. They might not actually. They do get the tower though. It's gonna give them an additional gold. The overgrowth from Nabaz does go off. Offback does get a 2x multicast here, but Nabaz is gonna go down in the meantime. Offback about to fall as well, and MTW looking like they're going to take the better of this fight. And this is going to be the end of the melee barracks here in the middle. Krennic doing as much as he can. Deafening Blast coming in from Invoker as well. But they're still putting out a ton of damage on this tower as there's still a lot of health. Invoker Sunstrike is coming in. K-Bop actually going to fall to the right click of Fada, but Fada going to die as a result. The shackles as well as the right click are enough. The Burrow Strike again coming in from Krennic. Leech Seed coming in on fucking mad. And now they're still just trying to get this barracks. It's so low, 50 health, 4 health, and it does go down. They're able to pick up the kill. Now MTW going to back up. They use the pipe defensively. It's going to let them back up safely, although the missile's actually doing a ton of damage. Nabaz super low, going to have to back up again, and they're able to catch out Krennic. They're going to kill him easily. And now MTW thinking about going back. I think this is the right decision.
I think they're gonna continue going. I mean, they know that 3 versus 5. Shadow Demon has brought back is there again too, and Tinker pushing down the bottom lane, and that's the last barracks that they need.
Yeah, they're gonna cycle bottom.
They can go for it.
And I think this is gonna be the closing. If SGC can't get a perfect defense right now, it's gonna be extremely hard for them to defend.
And the mic problem was actually not just me and just thought. We have a shout up on Fada, by the way. He's gonna go down so fast. Tinker on the killing spree now, because he died earlier, so only got 3 kills so far. And Fear with 3 tower is gonna go down, and Swansea gets stunned still, but nothing he can do. Offback being turned into a piglet is gonna have to back off. Will be taken down by fucking Mad here, right click going to him. Mega kill from Nature's Prophet, as Silk is gonna drop so fast. Double kill for fucking Mad as he kills off the Tree and Protector as well. Epicenter going through, but it doesn't do enough damage. Kratos being the only one alive gets picked up, and there's a GG. As MTW take this win and secure their spot in the Gosu League.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
They won this one too.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm chasing hotkeys and nothing.
Dire's middle
But
tower has fallen.
And SGC with the unconventional picks, not enough to get the victory here.
no, I'm not sure if it even was. I mean, okay, Ogre Magi and Train Protector. They still looks very strong, but what are you gonna do versus a Tinker and a Nature's Prophet?
Yeah.
I mean, those two is just yeah, it's just so tough to deal with.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult, and they did everything they needed to in the beginning of the game. They had really good presence in the Invoker. They were able to pick off Tinker a lot. He did have 9 deaths, not the greatest, but Nature's Prophet really, one of the stories of that game with that Necromonicon level 3 really helping, as well as the mech, and then once he picked up that Daedalus, they were really able to put out unbelievable amounts of damage. So, congratulations to MTW. They are going to win a spot in gosuleague Division 1, which starts up tomorrow. But MTW